Hello, my name is Corine Times New Roman Gerritsen, and I am joined by
Kirthi Crylingual Sridhar.
What's new with you?
Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. You have to keep a straight face when I say this.
Okay, there we go.
I placed my very first order with a nut wholesaler yesterday.
A nut wholesaler.
A nut wholesaler. So there are currently about 8 kilos of various nuts, seeds, and flowers on their way. Do I want to be a nut wholesaler person? I am now a nut wholesaler person. You know, I can't escape this. It's part of my identity. It's like being a theater kid. I can never, they're going to look at me and know.
My what's new with you is, I think, kind of shared what's new with us. We all had this DIGRA deadline, and we all sent something in. And for my other what's new with you, it's probably also a shared one, the Steam sale.
The Steam sale.
Steam has a sale. And I bought Limbo.
Ooh, what's Limbo?
It is made by the same developer as Inside. And then I was at the ending, I was like, yeah, I understand, and I'm traumatized.
Wow.
Yeah, this is something I will never forget for the rest of my life. Yeah, so I clearly wanted that to happen again. Yeah. So now I bought the other game. Is Corine traumatized, or is Corine traumatizing anyone today? Because I think I did something to you with the cow plant.
The thing is, I mentioned to Angus today that I really, really want the cow plant to make an appearance, because it's essentially, it's a guest of honor on our stream, right? And if I don't see a cow plant, it's going to be a very conspicuous absence, you know, from all the lore that's been built up, from how often we mention it since its original mention, right? And Angus looked at me and went, I thought you were going to say you don't want to see the cow plant. And I was like, no, because
you want to see it move.
Well, all fear is fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
There you go.
The question time. And the question was,
what is a time that you cheated in a game that you are now ready to talk about?
I like playing games. I like playing games with my family, but there's this one game that they just kept wanting to play, which I don't particularly enjoy. Rummikub.
Okay, yeah.
Because at a certain point, it's just the same thing all over, and it just wasn't that enjoyable anymore to me, but this was the only game they wanted to play, and I was like, okay, well, I'll play with you, but I just wanted it to be over. So what I would do is just, you know, you take one of these, you have double, you put it in your hand while you try to grab a new one, and you just get rid of the other one.
But the example that I actually brought today is far more shameful.
Oh.
I have, on occasion, looked up the Wordle. When you're on a train, as we both have a fairly long commute, and your brain's not working. Yeah. And you don't use the letters the way that you should because you're not fully awake yet. All of a sudden, 5 guesses down, only 1 slot left. What are you going to do? Are you going to let the New York Times get the pop-up display that says better luck next time from the New York Times? No. You're going to Google Wordle answer, and you're going to go to wordleanswers.net. And you're going to scroll down past approximately 5 million ads and get 2 extremely obvious clues or hints before it. So they'll tell you what letter it starts with, and then they'll tell you the definition of a word. So in my defense, I usually don't have to see the actual word to get it, but I'm like, oh, it starts with, okay, now I know it.
And like to just dive into the chapter, it's this whole interesting idea of what is actually cheating and how is cheating different for different people, and why do we even cheat? And one of these is like, people didn't want to be robbed of their moment,
of their victory,
of them being better than the game. And even when they were just, you know, people were interviewed and they had to give answers, and even though I think almost everyone said like, I've cheated in a game. They all said like, yeah, but I did it because there is an immediate justification of why they actually do that. And I thought it was very interesting. Kind of free. Yeah. Kinds of cheating in there. One of the real purist idea, like no cheating at all is allowed.
Anything that's outside of the gameplay materials in any sense. The gameplay is a bounded, limited space. Anything that you do to engage with the game using external information from outside of that space is wrong and is cheating and is disallowed. There's this sort of merit-based conclusion being made that like if you try hard enough, then you almost as though a reward in gameplay, you unlock the sort of morally defensible version of cheating, where you're like, look, I've really tried. I gotta log off for the night. I'm in this swimming pool. You know, there's no ladder. The Grim Reaper's coming for me. Please help me get out of here. Players who see cheating as a sort of earned right, not just in terms of effort, but in terms of skill. Right. So really, really skilled players will employ cheats because they've earned the ability to do so. So they're not shortcuts anymore. They're buffs and boosts.
Something in me tells me it's really wrong. Like if you are an elite player, if you're crushing everyone and then just say like, okay, yeah, I'm the best there is. So now I'm just going to let a bot do it for me.
Yeah.
That just feels so wrong to the people struggling out there under your boots. The boots that will stay firmly there because...
Without you having to press anything.
You don't have to do anything anymore. What was the second one?
It was sort of this middle ground in between where...
Code is law.
Yeah.
Breaking the rules of the game. So that was really...
So mods and that sort of thing are less sort of encouraged. But, you know, walkthroughs engaging with that sort of paratext isn't necessarily seen as cheating. The gameplay is no longer this bounded space, but the game itself is this bounded and sacred space. Once you enter into the game, you have to play by the game's rules in the sense of where rules are code, right?
Yeah.
But if you're, you know, looking up that polygon walkthrough, this sort of middle group wouldn't necessarily see that as a transgression in that sense.
You have the third one that you can't cheat a GameCube, you can only cheat another player.
Yeah.
And I think for this group, what really matters is not just cheating in a game, but actively gaining something from that, and especially at the detriment of other players. But then try to look at the Civopedia. My God, those people are making sentences and I don't understand. And then I'm 10 wiki clicks further. Yeah. And then I think like, okay, I think I get the first sentence. And then I have the rest of the paragraph to go through.
No, exactly. It's so
and it doesn't feel like cheating.
No, it feels like punishment. But it's these sorts of lore documents and wikis, right? When they're also organized in subgenre specific ways. The rhetoric and aesthetics of the paratext are also specific to the subgenre, right? Do you think you'll ever let us do this without supervision again?
Yes. This?
I think we have perhaps made someone that looks the least like Angus possible, but is wearing an outfit he would wear, so that's a win. Evil?
Excitable.
Okay. Play with me in the space. Yes, and excitable is up there. Friendly for sure.
Friendly for sure. Natural cook? I don't know.
I've never... See, Angus, you could fix this by just introducing us to more of your personality traits.
Yeah. All right. What is his wish in his life?
Oh.
News anchor.
World-renowned surgeon, definitely. He says that like once a meeting.
His favorite color. Do you know his favorite color?
No, but
I just realized that I don't know anything about this man.
What is your... I have a guess.
What is it?
I think it's green.
Ooh.
Are we really bad PhD candidates?
How do you
I have his birthday in my calendar. I just don't know what star sign that is.
All right, here we have biblical accurate Angus. Ready to live his life. Look from a distance, he looks really well.
He does. Oh, by the beach. That's nice.
Yeah, you would like a beach house.
Yeah.
Okay, it's very expensive, so I hope you get a good job. You have 400 sim dollar to live. So, this is the first mod I want to introduce to you. Without this mod, I practically don't even really enjoy The Sims that much.
Wow.
Because what this does, it makes sure that other Sims in the neighborhood are actively living their life. And I like a little bit more of a drama.
Yeah.
And this mod really does that very well.
I love that. That's a garden.
Yeah, you
could be a cow plant nursery.
So he starts out with being an organ donor.
That's a job?
22 sim dollars an hour.
But what are the hours?
And it tells us the hospital could always use some caring sims who have a sharp logical mind, a steady hand, and willingness to put in a long, erratic, and often inconvenient hours. Be prepared. Here, you can actually change the lifespan of Sims.
Wow.
So this is something that the game clearly signals, like, hey, it's okay if you want to change this up.
Mm-hmm.
This is not one of my mods. So this is basically like, this is not really cheating, I guess. Most people will still play it on regular lifespan, but now it becomes a choice, right? Instead of cheating.
Like a character slider, basically.
Yeah.
I also love the autonomy level, that's the slider as well. You could see that or categorize that. You could categorize that as a difficulty level almost.
Disable autonomy for selected sim.
Should
Angus, you didn't need any autonomy.
That's how you go from being an organ donor to a world-renowned surgeon. Famously, you just write.
So would you like to see anyone in particular? Because we're cheating anyway, so now we can force someone to be here.
Pizza delivery?
Angus demands right now. I guess no. Yeah. Oh, that does work. No! Angus, no! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I was just... Call police, call police. Wait, I can just do this, right?
Oh, you can. Yeah. What's
Angus!
stealing? Oh, wow. Really not shying away from it. Is there propaganda in The Sims 3? Yes.
Oh, there's the pizza guy.
He was just on his way. We were too impatient.
Make friends for me. Make me know everyone.
Oh my god.
Angus knows everyone.
Angus knows everyone.
And I also ordered a science geek. I'm not sure what it is.
What?
He knows everyone in the entire neighborhood now.
Ask this question. We have in chat the accuracy of him knowing everyone. Hey, we are going for realism. Emotional valency with cheating.
You're missing work, Angus. Go. No, you need to go.
Is that his work outfit?
Go. Yes.
Is he in jorts? Biblically accurate organ donor. I'm so good because if that's your job and you make $22 an hour, what are you? I'm scared to ask. Is it just
how long can you do your job?
9 to 5 plasma, low impact plasma drive, like
maybe
you've only got
very good at just
regenerating,
regrowing his kidneys. So these are all these.
Such a chess agenda.
He needs to be good at logic, and he's just not. He's not pulling his weight. Okay, everyone is now going to dance with him. Look at that. This is how Angus asked me to make his life better. I feel like having a bunch of strangers that all know you in your house,
dance in
showing
your house
up at a 1 hour notice, in formal attire,
where
bringing food is pretty good.
Where there's 2 places to sit, and the Sims Macarena is playing. Angus, you are a phenomenal dancer, for the record.
I don't think I can top this. I think
this is it. This is the highlight.
This is the highlight.
I feel bad knowing that it's all downhill from here for Sims Angus.